I don't think you lack self-discipline. I think you lack self-trust. If you had two friends, for example, one friend who you called on and he turned up every time, did everything you ever asked of him in your times of need, in your times of happiness, he was there, he was loyal, he was your best friend. You would appreciate him dearly. You would do anything for him too. Whereas if you had another friend who you called on and he didn't answer consistently, he never picked up his phone, let alone even came to your need, he would be at the lowest tier of your friend list. And now imagine you are your brain's friend. If every time your brain tells you to do something, you don't do it, are you going to be at the peak of that friend list, the best friend, the loyal supporter? Or are you going to be, which in most cases you are, the lowest possible friend, even in some cases useless? And the issue is, if you had that friend who never picked up the phone, they were never there for you, are you likely to trust them with money or with your time or with anything important at all? And the answer is probably not, because they just seem unreliable. Whereas with your other friend, happily, you'll give him your life savings knowing that he will return it to the pence. And the brain is the same way. If you're unreliable to your own brain, it's not going to give you as much dopamine. And dopamine is the neurochemical emotion of motivation. The release of motivation that makes you feel the zest and drive for life is dopamine. And if you keep breaking promises to yourself, your brain isn't going to release motivation, because it just thinks, oh, he says he's going to do this all the time and he never does it. Why am I going to motivate him to be productive, disciplined and driven if I know after 30 seconds he will quit and he won't even end up completing the task? It seems like a logical fallacy, and the thing with the human brain is they look for the path of least resistance. If the brain can get away with not doing something, it will. So if the brain can draw the logical conclusion that 9 times out of 10, we actually don't go to the gym. So when I think about going to the gym, when I look at my to-do list and I realize I have to go to the gym, I'm not going to release dopamine to hype him up, to get him ready for the gym, because I know statistically he's not going to go. Because we don't trust him. Because I don't trust him. Your brain doesn't trust you. You don't trust yourself. And what is the fix? Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. I'm Dylan, I'm a 19-year-old entrepreneur with an award-winning business, 2 black belts, my dream physique, and a fairly large aspiration to help as many people as possible before I die become productive. I truly feel that's my calling. I feel maximum purpose when I speak to this camera, knowing I'm giving you advice that can genuinely change your life. And what is this advice? Keep small promises. If you tell yourself you're going to have a cold shower, even a normal shower at 7 o'clock every single day, and you do, your brain adds a little point of trust. You get 1 trust XP. Then you say, I'm going to eat a healthy meal at least once a day, and you do it for a consistent period of time, 30, 40, 50 days in a row. That's another XP point for trust. I am going to do 10 press-ups every single morning for the next 30 days. And when day 30 comes along and you've kept your promise, that's another 10 points of trust between you and your brain. So now on the 31st day you drop to the floor, your brain is going to secrete dopamine to get you hyped to do the push-up, because it knows you're statistically, logically likely to do it because you've done it consistently and you've kept that promise. So if you sit down to do your work, just set yourself 5 minutes of work, 2 minutes, 1 minute of work over 30 days, and do it every single day. Write it down on a to-do list, tick it off, tick it, tick it, tick it, tick it. And by the 31st day, dopamine will be released upon the pursuit of this work, because your brain knows you're going to do it. And obviously 1 minute is unideal, but I understand you. I know the procrastination you feel when it comes to this. I know the dopamine you lack, so you genuinely have to start small. And the best part is, when you do 1 minute of work, it ends up as 5. If it doesn't, that's okay, but often it will. If I told you to drop to the floor and do 1 single push-up, by the time you're down there, and you're on your hands, on the floor, after you've done 1 push-up, you feel you may as well do 5 more, or 10 more, or even 20 more, because you're down there already. You've already done the hard part, which is getting on the floor, getting into position, and doing the first push-up. So you may as well bang out a set. If you sit at your desk and you open the files you need to do the work on, you do 1 single minute of work, you have done the hard part. You've reduced the friction between you and the work because the files are open in front of you. You know exactly what you need to do, hopefully, because you planned your day, right? So you probably end up doing 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes more of the work that you need to do, just because of the 1 minute habit. And if you don't, that's fine, because all we're trying to do is build trust with ourselves. Find the tiny habits that you can do this with. And off the riff, I will tell you some. Making your bed, having a cold shower, tidying your bedroom, tidying your desk, organizing your files every single evening, planning your day the night before, meditating, journaling, gratitude journaling, doing the 1 minute of work, some sort of exercise for 30 minutes minimum a day, whether it be 10 press-ups, a run, etc. Conversations with your family, present time with someone you love. These little promises you can make to yourself will compound into self-trust, and then therefore on a biochemical, on a neurochemical position, your brain will release motivation to get you to be more productive, more driven, and more disciplined. It's literally how it works. So I hope you found this valuable. I really do. And if you need more help from me, the top link in the description will take you there. I have a school community there where I will be by your side in any trial and tribulation you face across the path and journey to productivity, and you'll get a free physical planner with your membership. I'll see you in there. Thanks.